Today, I would like to focus on the integration of these new IP speakers with NVR firmware version 1.4.12. First of all, you connect the IP speaker to the NVR just like an IP camera. Once it's added to the NVR, you need to virtually link it either to the NVR itself, where it will function as a speaker connected to the NVR's audio output, or to an IP camera, where it acts as the audio output for that specific camera. When the IP speaker is linked to the NVR, it functions to serve as a voice broadcasting device. When the IP speaker is linked to an IP camera, it functions as both a voice broadcasting device and as an audio alert in response to any analytical event. So let's walk you through the entire process of integrating the IP speaker with the NVR, starting with how to add the speaker to the NVR. We've added a new section for the IP speaker, which can be found by going to the settings and selecting camera, and you'll see a new section for IP speakers directly under PTZ. Let's go check out Edit IP Speaker. Any IP speaker connected to your NVR will be displayed here, but let's go ahead and add a new IP speaker. So we click on Add to bring up the Add IP Speaker menu. Then we click Refresh to allow the NVR to search for any IP speakers that are on the same network. Any IP speakers found will be displayed over here. So click on the IP speaker that you want to add, and it will automatically populate the information below, leaving you to fill in the password. After entering the password, the next important step is establishing the linkage. Why is it important? Because remember, I told you that you can link the IP speaker to a connected camera, regardless of whether the camera has an I/O or not, or you can link it to you can link the speaker directly to the NVR. Also, as explained, there are practical differences between linking the IP speaker to the camera and linking it to the NVR. So let's go through both options now, starting with linking to the camera. And for this example, I'm going to link it to the camera called AD Showroom. Once the speaker is added, it will appear in the device list showing you the IP speaker name, the address, the speaker status, and to what device the speaker is linked to. You can also edit the speaker name by clicking on the edit button, and you can change the name at any point in time. Now we've successfully added the speaker. Let's take a look at the options available for selecting sound files to play through the speaker as a trigger based on analytical event. So we want to head over to Events and Analytics, and then we want to go to the audio menu. From there, we want to select Local Audio Alarm. At this point, it's important to note that any custom audio file you want to play through the IP speaker must be loaded onto the NVR, as the NVR acts as the bridge between your IP speaker and the camera. All right. So by adding WAV files to your local alarm, you're essentially loading these files onto the NVR itself. Any files uploaded to the local audio alarm will be available for selection when choosing which sound files should play through the IP speaker. You can also add additional files using a USB flash disk, or by logging on via the web interface you can load directly from your computer. Now that we've custom audio files loaded, let's go explore how to automatically trigger a sound alert based on analytical rule. So we'll move over to our analytics setup menu. Important to note that we link the IP speaker specifically to the AD Showroom camera. Therefore, only the AD Showroom camera will be able to utilize the speaker for now. Future or the next firmware release will give you the ability to select any IP speaker as a reaction on any camera, no matter what it's linked to. So no matter what analytical rule you've set up for the AD Showroom camera, the IP speaker will automatically appear in the trigger menu. Over here. Okay, along obviously with all the other triggers that you are already familiar with. So for this line crossing rule, if you want to play a specific sound, simply click on the drop-down menu to select the sound file to play when a line crossing event occurs. I want you to notice that both files that were uploaded to the MVR are available for selection. I actually forgot to share my screen with sound, so if you don't mind, let me just go back and reshare. So give me 1 second. All right, so let's just see that in action. So we've set up a line crossing event, and the reaction would be to play the sound that I've selected, as well as I've also chosen to pop up the image large on the screen just for graphical representation. So here is the line crossing when the person comes.
Get out.
The sound automatically plays and we get our also video pop-up. Did you hear that, Ami, by the way?
Loud and clear.
Okay. In real, when you hear it in person, it is that specific sound was very effective and scary. The whole office upstairs literally crapped themselves. All right, so now let's look at linking the speaker to the MVR. So let's go back to the IP speaker edit menu, and I will point out that at any stage you can change the linkage of the connected speaker by going and selecting edit, and then we can go and choose for this obviously example we want to choose our NVR. So when the speaker is linked to the NVR, it acts as a voice broadcast device. Let me show you how we can use the Cam2 app to broadcast voice via the NVR to the IP speaker. Click on the microphone icon on the bottom left, select the NVR to open talking, then speak. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. As you can see, pairing the IP speaker with the app creates a straightforward and powerful way to either deter or inform individuals. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.